My name is Daniel Chucky Sanders and I'm the Dakar 2025 winner. Dakar to me it's the ultimate adventure and race. Man versus machine versus terrain and desert. It's the toughest motorsport race in the world and it challenges man. It's definitely a love-hate relationship, but I love it every year. Even if we do suffer during the race, it's really important to see the bright side of it and to travel the world and race a dirt bike and cross this awesome terrain and challenging terrain. Looking back at it, it's worth the journey. We have 14 days of racing in the desert, so you start to think about the finish line, the podium, and winning your first Dakar ever, and having this pressure on you and losing your mind a little bit in the desert, because it's a long time out there and it's not hard to lose your focus on the terrain and the road book and everything that's going on around you. It was really important for me this year just to keep focusing on what I had in front of me and the job I had. It was tough to do this, but it was one thing I was pretty proud about. I think I did a good job of not losing my mind out there, focusing on what I had to do. What it take to get here? Well, a lot of experience to be learnt and a lot of tough times, bee stings, split lips, a lot of crashes, and had to just show grit and pull through surgeries, elbows, broken femur, laying in hospital beds, learning to walk again. It was a tough time looking back, but when I crossed that Dakar finish line, it was all worth it because we showed the world what I could do on a dirt bike and how I could come back stronger and conquer the race. The chrono stage of the marathon where we're camping out in the desert, it brings back that old school Paris-Dakar feeling of living out in the desert and living the dream of this adventure and the adversity that the race brings to us competitors. So it's a nice feeling to stay away from, all the mechanics and just us competitors. Ooh, I didn't even know what the hardest moment of the race was. There was a lot in the first week. There was a lot of tough days. Every day was really tough to finish and to make time, and everyone was pushing so hard to be up the front. So the chrono stage is always tough. It's 8 hours on the bike of racing time, and it's just waking up every day to push through. But also maybe the last week of the race was also tough. I had the lead and control of the race, and the pressure was on to not make this big mistake where the other competitors out the back could catch and make the time up. So for me, the first week was super tough and the hardest to make this time in the gap. And then the second week was also the pressure from the team, the race, the other competitors to hold the fort up and to come home in first position was the hardest part, but also the most special. Stage 3, I was leading off for the day, super pumped up and amped because all the races behind me. I was the first competitor out on the track, and this was the first normal stage of the race. So yeah, it was pretty scary when the tablet switched off, and unfortunately I got caught and I lost some time, but I was with other riders, so I got to follow them and I couldn't help them navigate through the desert, but I had to stay cool and calm and just make it to the finish line without losing too much time. I probably lost 10 to 12 minutes in total, but the organisers gave me 5 minutes back, which was for sure better than nothing and helped my lead still. But it wasn't a nice experience to be leading the race, and so early on for this to happen, it scared a lot of the competitors of what was to come. It was scary to almost have the race, get pulled away from you. Being that front guy and the guy everyone wants to chase with that target on your back, it brought that extra pressure, but it also gave me that extra confidence that when I ride the way I do, I can do some great things. And there were some really good glimpses of me doing great things out there, opening the road book. And then when you have that little lack of concentration to make that small mistake, it was all about making a quick fix of the situation, and that was definitely the hardest thing. If I could relive one of the parts of the race, I think it would probably be the finish line again. It was pretty cool. There is a a small clip that my dad did. He was at the first stop of the finish line, and to see him there at the last checkpoint when we handed over our time card and we knew we won, and he's walking over, and I just said to him, yeah, not bad. And he goes, yeah, good job. And that was about it. We had a hug, and that was as plain and simple as our relationship is, and we knew how hard we both worked in my career to get me to that level, and he's been that biggest supporter of mine. So it was special, as simple as it was, but that's just how we live day by day, and we do the best we can every day and never give up. To have my name on the Dakar trophy and to be a part of the Dakar Spirit legacy, it's unreal, especially to do what I did this year, from leading from start to finish. It's not easy to do these days with the tough field of competitors, and it's just something that means a lot to me, because I know how hard it is to finish this race, and any other competitors or teams that have been there to witness the challenge that everyone faces at the Dakar Rally. It's not easy, and it's just a massive accomplishment, and I'm super proud and happy of what I've accomplished there.